Why people lose respect for you. A motivational story with a strong mindset theme. The story: Jordan's wake-up call. Jordan had always been the loudest person in any room, and he mistook that for power. At 28, he had a decent job, a wide social circle, and a way of speaking that commanded attention. People laughed at his jokes. They leaned in when he talked. For years, he read this as respect. Then, slowly, something shifted. The calls became less frequent. His name stopped coming up when opportunities were discussed. At a team meeting, he made a confident declaration, and the room simply moved on as if he hadn't spoken. His manager gave the lead project role to someone quieter, someone younger, someone Jordan had never considered a rival. That night, Jordan sat in his car in the parking garage for 22 minutes and asked himself the question he had been avoiding for years. When did people stop taking me seriously? And did I do this to myself? The answer was both humbling and clarifying. Yes, he had done this to himself, not through one dramatic moment, but through 100 small choices repeated over time. The 7 habits that were costing him everything. 1. He talked more than he delivered. Big announcements. Bold promises. Inconsistent follow-through. Over time, people stopped believing his words because his actions hadn't earned them that right. 2. He made excuses instead of owning mistakes. When things went wrong, Jordan had an explanation ready before the dust settled. Accountability is rare, and people notice instantly when you lack it. 3. He spoke about others behind their backs. Every time he gossiped, the listener privately wondered, "What does he say about me?" Trust is built in silence, not in whispers. 4. He was emotionally inconsistent. Nobody knew which Jordan was walking through the door. Unpredictable people make others cautious, and cautious people save their best opportunities for those they can rely on. 5. He interrupted and talked over people. He listened only to respond, never to understand. Respect flows toward those who make others feel genuinely heard. 6. He needed constant validation. Every achievement had to be announced. Needing to be seen too desperately signals insecurity, and people instinctively pull back from it. 7. He treated people differently based on their status. Warm with those above him, dismissive with those below. He didn't realize everyone was watching, especially the ones he underestimated. The turn. Jordan changed, not loudly, not with a speech, but quietly and consistently. He kept every promise, even the small ones. He owned his mistakes without deflection. He listened to understand, not to respond. He treated the intern with the same warmth he gave the director. 6 months later, his manager offered him the lead on a company-wide initiative and said simply, "You've become someone people trust." The takeaway: respect is not lost in a single moment. It erodes in patterns, quietly, invisibly, one small choice at a time. And it is rebuilt the exact same way. Every kept promise is a deposit. Every owned mistake is a deposit. Every time you treat someone with dignity when you don't have to is a deposit. Everything that earns respect is a choice, not reserved for the gifted or the privileged, available to anyone willing to do the quiet, daily work of becoming someone whose word means something. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be honest, accountable, and consistent. Jordan learned it at 28, in a parking garage, in the dark. You don't have to wait that long. Respect is not given to the loudest voice in the room. It is given to the person whose silence carries weight, because their actions have already spoken. Fire.